Hey, welcome to Not Your Average Podcast. I'm Yoko Camille. And on today's episode, me and Lady Roscoe, we talked about abuse and the things that can happen in a relationship. And I just want to talk to you about some of those things. So if you don't know, abuse can be many things. It is just not physical. You have emotional, mental, sexual, financial, you have neglect. There's so many different kinds of abuse. Physical abuse is, as you know, intentionally bodily injury such as slapping, kicking, punching, choking, any of that. Sexual abuse is non-consensual sexual behavior, unwanted or unwelcome touch, rape, nudity, sexual explicit photography, and especially sodomy. Then you have mental abuse and emotional abuse, which entails harassment, ridiculing, coercion, intimidation, silencing, controlling behaviors. None of it's okay. You know, I can say that because I've been in a relationship where I had to deal with mental and physical abuse myself. So dealing with it is something that some women and men go through, but it's never okay. And there are many reasons why someone could be dealing with abuse. And some of those things, some of the reasons people abuse people are that they were abused when they were younger, or it's just, hereditary. So there are many reasons why people abuse other people. And like I said, it's just never okay. There are a lot of signs that you are in an abusive relationship, such as verbal abuse. Anytime a person talks to you disrespectfully and tries to belittle you, that's not someone who loves you. Someone who has a poor temper. If they're quick to lose their temper or something over something so small, and they blame you, that's a red flag. Unpredictable behavior is one, and possessiveness. I had a boyfriend who didn't want me to be around other people. There was like a 4th of July where one of my friends were coming to pick me up, and he decided he wanted to go get the gun and try to shoot at him, but I hit it. And so, yeah, it's craziness. I'm not going to go into that right now, but it's crazy. Threatening behavior and, like I said earlier, forced sexual activities. Some people may think this is their fault that they're going through this and give excuses such as, my partner really loves me. They're not violent all the time. They didn't mean to hurt me. And I'm sure it's just like a one-time thing. And sometimes people even blame themselves and say, it's their fault. And some people may just be scared to leave. When you're experiencing abuse, it can make you feel confused, hopeless, guilty, afraid, or even ashamed. And it's okay. People who experience abuse may also develop mental health concerns, such as difficulty concentrating, social isolation, nightmares, anxiety, depression, PTSD, and eating and substance disorders. If you do decide to leave, be aware of red flags. Find you a safe place to go. Have a code word. Have a to-go bag ready and make sure that they do not see it. If you can do a practice drill, I don't know if you've seen the movie enough, but that's a good movie to emulate if you are trying to get away. If you have a phone, don't have it where the abuser has access to it, and don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're being abused, remember you are not to blame, and it is not your fault. You are not the cause of your partner's abusive behavior. You deserve to be treated with respect. You deserve a safe and happy life. And your children deserve a safe and happy life. And also, you are not alone. People are out there waiting to help you. Sorry. Signs that your abuser is not changing. They minimize the abuse and deny how serious it is. They continue to blame you or others for their behavior. They say that you're the abusive one. They tell you that you owe them another chance. You have to push them into treatment. And they say they won't change unless you stay with them and support them. If you decide that you want to leave, you can always go to a domestic violence shelter. And a domestic violence shelter is a set of buildings or apartments where you can go and seek refuge from your abuser. Once you go there, you do not have to provide your information. You can give them a false name. That way you can stay as safe as possible. And once you're there, they try to help you, with basic needs such as food, basic living needs, food, and childcare. They also will help you with legal help, counseling, support groups, services for your children, employment programs, health-related services, and educational opportunities. A shelter is only temporary, but they will help you find a permanent home, a job, and other things you need to start life. And if you are thinking about leaving and you want to, and you're looking for a way out, a domestic violence hotline should be able to help you. And their number is 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-7233. And if you're not able to contact them, if you have someone close that you're able to reach out to, give them their code words when you're ready to leave. That way they're able to try to get you help as soon as possible. So again, thank you for tuning in to Not Your Average Podcast. I just wanted to give you a little breakdown of some of the things that we talked about in our last episode that's out today. So tune in to Not Your Average Podcast. It's available on Apple, Google, Spotify, and Amazon. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. We also have TikTok and YouTube. So you all have a wonderful day, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Yoko Camille, and this is Not Your Average Podcast.